the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Vade, men football baby say udwane Nyankopon a wo hye nase. Sabe pepe e na ato Kevin Taylor. Now, obepie mu Ghana ha na wo asem wa na pende e wo high court. E bra na ruli say yemfa bench warrant en cause ne arrest. Na ruli da hoda da. Tra hodo mo ma ban sesan ye bae ma ne hunu se ne die ono ankasa papa e ne tie dwa so nti obetumi aba Ghana na wa beye de se wo ye ampania pa wo bae Supreme Court kwa setra ema ruling na bench warrant e da hono se mre bia Kevin Taylor ba be pio ma yimu bia no ye nche ne fa de magina mranim isane se na wakeka Nsem-Pii e de afa judge bi hono by a 4-1 majority decision Supreme Court in fact e boss sa ruling no etugui ya enei Kevin Taylor is working as a free man. Say when you're a free man, sir. Another Accra High Court the ruling about enforcing a judgment it made in 2020. A ruling, a judgment. Sit down and let me bring you up to speed with this latest development. Now, in February 2020, Anna Court the judgment by say Kevin Taylor can Nsem-Pii at their private legal practitioner. Ya your friend no Ace Anan Ankoma wa can Nsem-Pii their fan one. In fact, and some no amount to 2 a dear friend defamation of character. And on 2 her case no Ace Anan Ankoma SCU Kevin Taylor in a loud silence media for defamation of character to the tune of 10 million Ghana cedis. Now, Accra High Court to transe no tia sem no judgment betodwa on the 3rd of February 2020. Emma Court rule say no crack. And someone Kevin Taylor kika de fa private legal practitioner is Anan Ankoma hono. It amounts to defamation of character. And on tia 2.95 million Ghana cedis. And farmer is Anan Ankoma. But until then, now Kevin Taylor onya in the jurisdiction of where the court's judgment operates. Yeah, Ghana. Kono tiamanone. And in fact, okay can answer. But judgment ne die ne da hono mo a Accra High Court judge ni a wotrasa case yi so Justice Osayhwere signature chassis. The Attorney General signature chassis. And after the Chief Justice and so signature chassis say it is the final judgment of the court. Court my time for appeal. Kevin Taylor trama no ne keka ne nsam keka ya dwane no mu a wantumi asiga na ha me ya appeal. Until the time for appeal as per yamra no has been exhausted. Hence the judgment should be enforced. But na branch no any Ghana ha. Until bra oba Ghana na oba Supreme Court no benya for majority decision no. Ehwa na a private legal practitioner is Anan Ankoma hunu se debi. A branch ya ba Ghana dia. Then let me initiate moves at the Accra High Court to ensure that that judgment is enforced. Na 2.95 million Ghana cedis in damages no ontua misika mami. Enunti private legal practitioner is Anan Ankoma ekwaje to mikra tadi free court so what they serve Kevin Taylor. On the far east, na Kevin Taylor nam west. Is Anan Ankoma the far north, na Kevin Taylor the nam south. Just say why ya. Onya no serve no to enforce the judgment. Etinano fear day, ena is Anan Ankoma edina ni chiremu ewo the Accra High Court. Yes say. To me kratom the man say unfan serve Kevin Taylor to enforce the judgment I will win here in 2020 February no. Why ya wonya no? Enti court mo no. Na court mo an order of substituted service. An order of substituted service. Na to say, obetumi ya fa kwan ahodo so. Either by a one-time publication in any newspaper. And I say, obe file rate no ewo court honum within some days about be effective was a Kevin Taylor etua ne sika de man na nyamia no nokwa nim ni na no fia de ebra Accra High Court transe no ena Accra High Court presided over by Justice Kwaku T. Akabuafo. In fact, say, per the law, say Kevin Taylor be PM Mayemudia, the judgment should be enforced. Enunti Justice Kwaku T. Akabuafo grante private legal practitioner Nsem-Pii order of substituted service. Say, unserve Kevin Taylor with the entry of judgment and penal notice by substituted service by a one-time publication, half-page graphic publication in the Daily Graphic newspaper. After 3 days, the writ is duly served. Ya mrebe ya juma was a Kevin Taylor. Eko tuya 2.95 million Ghana cedis. Now, Saturday, ruling about Friday, on Saturday, and Mr. Nsem-Pii echo ahead with the publication to Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. Accra High Court confirmed say Kevin Echo Taylor has been served the judgment to pay a total amount of 2.95 million cedis in damages for losing the defamation suit against Nsem-Pii in 2020. The day the Accra High Court, Amana Beda Deja, Sir Kevin Echo Taylor, judgment no it has been duly served. Tiwadeka 2.95 million Ghana cedis, say $291,000. Yes, it's a utuya edema yura Nsem-Pii. Now, let me give you a brief background of the story. According to the Accra High Court, Kevin Echo Taylor, through his productions company, Loud Silence, releasing weekly video documentaries dubbed with all due respect on controversial issues which were then circulated on various social media platforms. Now, in one of his videos, Kevin Echo Taylor accused Nsem-Pii of allegedly being involved in a scheme by a Dubai-based minerals firm and some top members of the New Patriotic Party government of planning to destroy the CEO of Embattled Men's Gold, Nana Appiah Mensah, known as Nam1. And also talk us why a series of allegations say, Mr. Nsem-Pii and Namwasiye, Ewo Wasiye, and the Tina Swama Nam1, the Men's Gold Company, no evidence to attest to that fact. And when Mr. Nsem-Pii said, Debbie, untimi make kasanse mi famfa me ho. Na untimi provided evidence bi ana fa honi. Enti Mr. Nsem-Pii filed defamation suit. Now what you say, sir, allegations are Kevin Taylor yediti ano say one. Or no Nsem-Pii akwa conspire with Dubai-based mineral firms be in a fraudulent scheme with some MPP government officials. And omodi good men's gold ejuma no. One, proclamations, malicious. Two, it has brought his hard-earned reputation into hatred. Three, it has subjected him to public ridicule. Four, it has discredited Ejumapa or no area as a private legal practitioner. Five, a contemptuous. Six, a product of vilification. Seven, a product of reproach. Eight, it has brought great distress and emotional trauma to Ono Yura Nsem-Pii. Now, interestingly, lawyers are representing Yura Nsem-Pii court. A lawyer Tadio Sorry, lawyer Chachuchi Kata, and a lawyer Marie Nicole Poku. The three strong legal practitioners and representing Yura Nsem-Pii. Ewa Accra High Court man winning case. Mr. Tadio Sorry, lawyer Chachuchi Kata, and a lawyer Marie Nicole Poku. On the part of Mr. Kevin Echo Taylor, he was absent from court throughout the hearing of the case. Just to say, according to Judge Nicotra case in one for Buo Ponini Die and for Ama the Accra High Court. And Accra High Court to Jina so. Edi ruli ya omutieti nsam ni nyina mu Omujina so edi release debi Mr. Kevin Kotela say what can woni evidence bia enti non tua to the tune of 2.95 million Ghana cedis in damages. Now the breakdown of the damages in ESA. General damages was awarded a cost of 2 million Ghana cedis. Aggravated damages 500,000 Ghana cedis. And exemplary damages 400,000 Ghana cedis. Court no sa order perpetual injunction to restrain the publication of further material and also asking the defendant, Kevin Kotela, to publish apology within 14 days, as well as a mandatory injunction compelling defendant to remove offending material within 14 days. Yes, I know. So, a cost of 500,000 Ghana cedis. According to the Accra High Court, Kevin Kotela nyemubia. And apart from the 2.95 million Ghana cedis in damages, and I was saying, one sign another 500,000 Ghana cedis at the home as cost. Yeah, and also air sign air chain. Now, the court discovered Yura Kevin Kotela need some more kind, so one, a cavalier, two, an expression of wickedness, three, on which I say, Adia can tell I am our court, and I will yet the court no, calling the bluff of Ghana's judicial system. The court no say, our jurisdiction to sit on the matter because although the defendant, Kevin Kotela and the loud silence media outside Ghana, but the defamatory matter was intended to be shared in Ghana. It received considerable interest in Ghana. It was downloaded in Ghana, and it caused injury to the plaintiff in Ghana. And that injury was also foreseeable in Ghana. The court further held, say a proper forum and jurisdiction to sit on the case. And Sakrana court extra case in so edi ama enei Kevin Kotela ekotua says kano. Court no sanction bi say the behavior of the person Kevin Kotela malevolence, reprehensible, egregious, offensive. When is someone court no can edify Kevin Kotela ho. Enti from the Accra High Court, he say Yura Ace and Kuma and Saka to me, say be obehu Kevin Kotela biano. He say 2.95 million Ghana cedis in damages if in the hole. Now for Accra High Court on switch remwa, be almost abeso Kevin Kotela mu biano. 500,000 Ghana cedis. Say obuko denim tia no so ombeje e de free ni nche.
Structuring. Then the last thing we'll do is to reposition ourselves for the 2028 election. And 78 years today of a solid tradition of Dankwa Buzia Dombo, we know, say, this party has done well. There was over me a call Evertex Assembly Kakra within 3 minutes. Okay. There were Evertex. None of them say, and who's Nsem-Pii no. The Ghana Airport Company has decided, say, on the cancel contract. Now, this was what I was expecting. Now, in Kofobiti, baby, oh, Kumasio, baby, I didn't come on politics. I'm going to say, they do they will intentionally pick some people up, and what they'll do, they say, a cancel contract. That was the end game. Once they do, baby, you call courts and maybe no. Judge Neka said, this is pure create, loot and share. That is how it begins. Contracts near the my MPP for they give the dog a bad name. I said the cat's a bad name. Near then they kill it. That's what they are doing. Young cat say Evertex for they are bad. So near then we destroy the contract. The likes of the board chairman and the CEO, they become the sacrificial lamb. But you ask yourself, simple question, say, if a board sits down and there's a board chairman chairing it, say, and then, even if you want to, in your wildest imagination, there will, okay, say, Poadomochi the Kofa for the buy some contract now. Can Poadomochi as board chairman alone decide, say, the company must sign the contract?
Debbie.
It has to be a board decision. And as convention, we know, say, what's not board is why there's always a vote. So are you telling us, say, Poadomochi was able to convince everybody on the board or majority on the board to sign the contract with them? Sometimes when you are doing an investigation, you have to ask yourself some questions. No matter the prosecutor you are, whether you're a public prosecutor or you're a special prosecutor, because only we know, say, there is something called undercurrent in whatever you are doing. And I do Oman wa them. Oman wa them. I mean the and then futua me de my rap Poadomochi and say Paul. For some time, what you say MPP no dono. Parliament is waiting for you. What now radio, so what now TV, so why you Juma? Poadomochi, Parliament is waiting for you. Mr. Course, I mean, Munkanche pause on Parliament, Munkanche pause on Parliament. Edwano Yanu, we move it to another thing. And I just the jar bonus. There were times when you bonus here.
The constituency
in the free address.
Okay.
But they are the free address.
And I can answer.
And can I say, Tishi.
Okay. How you found? How you grow one?
And yet, baby, wait free. Your friend said, "You're a boy."
Okay, so how you Lejukuku? Okay.
Boss, who's the thing crime fine.
Okay.
But I make a crash anyway. So
I see.
But a good deal, Now, Asamba, why do you go and pick board chairman? For what?
But I see, working Ghana Airport Company CEO now OCC.
Yeah.
You say, am I a flyer say or be contested or a brief? Equiapun South.
Sabioku.
Debbie. Obiamwa.
Why not Debamano?
Nah. We a message. Say, Manina Adano.
No, first of all, on what ticket?
On an NPP ticket. And I'm told, say, NPP constituency chairman or war Equiapun South, you know. The agenda, no. One country chairman say, and yeah, we will visibly campaign for NPP, say, or succeeded to make that woman the parliamentary candidate for NPP. So what's here? Oh,
it is premature.
Oh no, and you're premature. Oh, dear, to my send some message. Chairman succeeded to make that woman the parliamentary candidate for NPP. We will make sure some of us will make sure say NPP will retain that seat. NDC will retain that seat. So, and the last election, NPP loses that seat in Emma NDC. Out of the behavior of constituency chairman and we are being told, say, and next. Oh, Pacho. Ghana Airport Company woman now. And we are being told, say, also be contested on the ticket of NPP. And succeeded to become the parliamentary candidate for NPP. Some of us will make sure, say, NDC will retain the seat.
And yes, introduce a very important. I don't want us to.
I'm a message
thank you. Well, say, and I think the Patriotic Institute will have a program.
Yeah,
with respect to the UGCC.
Yes.
I was saying, "Now, quite near church, Rimuna, a month for a TS here."
Yeah.
Say, I cast a United Gold Coast Convention another day. A bribe entry monona Ghana yet when I abrofo and I say da obeda, a da obe sorry, the obedi, the obeshe. Nti and you are no me to say ura JB Dankwa, ura Pa Grant, ura Akweje Ebenezer, owura Oforiata Williams and Akufo-Addo ya ne papa Edward Akufo-Addo saa memunu insien e ka ho so da bi ebre aso se Ghana fo nkata ebe den ebe hye won ho so anase ebedi ya ho so saa nipa num yi ensie mu no amonkafo ne nema amoya na ekoba so ene ne ho behia se ebe to safro ye nuanom bi a amonso betuma aboa na okun ya ye kun ebe den bedi nkunim enumu no amoto nsafro Ghana mampeni dada osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Francis emo no so beka o nipa num hu na ye the basis nyamianum no kwane wo mutime kun ya ma 1951 abaya na obroni abaya na ditum se sande tede yem pone tumi ni binya dai e ma Ghana fo ekodi Nkrumah nsa sa struggle no mu ana na mo ana 1957 Ghana benya no ho efiri okosi broni ensem enu mu ana 1960 Ghana bedin ho krakrakrakrakra ebe Republican state na die man yesronko no se sankofo ya na won di sa adwuma so yi enipa nsia no amomu enum ana amobaje eye MPP ku an na ye dom eto ho ndi se ye ka nipa odi kan dwene Ghana ho kan Ghana ye woni ne ya na kan bi defen Gold Coast no won badwe won ho kan a na ye sa MPP abusuafo yi ana badwe ho am kofo Owura Nkrumah beka ho a Owura Nkrumah ne the CPP aban ete won ho a mbenya independent nti se woye onipa na se udom sa ekuo ya o se ye wo ahoaho a ni titiru ne ena sa ekuo ni ba wiase na enya mfie ebiosun wotwe wo tradition sabio ena wo hwe CPP ni mpo bete ne ho fi enti e kamera say every political party in Ghana will have its root from the UGCC. No political movement in Ghana can isolate themselves because if you NDC for cry now because they amufi CPP manameboa and the CPP nankasa no free hefa
no free UGCC nim
and I get to every political movement in Ghana today will trace its source if yempenifo ya amobadi yema enti o se ne e da sanka Ghana ha se ye kanokra anka ye da wo se ye celebrate sampenifo owura pa grant oyi ni sika si emfanye owura JB Dankwa nimdie mu sika fe mu owura obichabi lamte ye former chairman ne papa so what I say owura kwaje Akufo-Addo papa ene Akufo-Addo nana sebi
ene ne
wofa omode won ho bo afore edi oman no esi wa ede ye Ghana Ababa Republican state enamuana sampenifo ye party be ye UP United Party owura Buzia ene Dombo abeda ano a 1969